Hello everyone, welcome back to Infinite Finance. Today I want to talk about compound interest. You know what compound interest is the most important thing in your life. When you think about compound and interest, okay, then you are thinking about your money, you are thinking about your wealth. And if you grow your wealth, then you have to understand compound interest effects. Okay, in this video I will completely explain you how to grow your wealth and how to use compound interest to grow your wealth. Okay, so if you are new on the channel, then also subscribe this channel to see more videos like this. So let's get started. First of all guys, you need to understand compound interest is a magic. Okay, then you are thinking about growth of your money. Okay, so interest on interest, compound interest magic is interest on interest. So I explain you in detail. Okay, so here, what is interest? First of all, you know about interest. Interest is two types: simple or compound. Okay, simple interest is very simple. Simple means only about, we are talking about only interest, like simple interest. Okay, if I talking about compound interest, interest on interest, it depends upon time, depends upon years. Okay, so here simple interest means simple interest calculated only on the original principal amount. Okay, and your money grows in a straight line, not interest on interest. Okay, predictable but limited. It is called simple interest. But if I talk about compound interest calculated on principal plus compound interest calculated on principal plus all accumulated interest. Okay, so here your money grows exponentially, but magic of interest on interest. Okay, I hope you understand. I give you examples also. Here example here, $10,000 at 5% simple interest for 3 years earns $1,500 total interest here. But the same amount, $10,000 at the 5% rate, compound interest earns five $1,546.76. Okay, on extra year, $76.25 extra. Okay, so from interest earning interest. Okay, now you understand. So how we get $76.25? Okay, we get from interest on interest earning. Okay, so you understand, simple interest means simple interest, original principal amount, only on the original principal amount, but compound interest on principal plus accumulated interest. Now you understand. So you understand this example. Now I want to talk about how compound interest grows your money. It is very important concept here, because we have to grow our money, we have to build our wealth. But how to use compound interest to grow our money? It is very important thing here. So first of all, let's see mathematics. Okay, so the mathematical magic here, it is compound interest formula. Here a is equal to p multiply 1 plus 1 by n into. Okay, so here p is p define here principal or initial amount. Okay, r annual interest rate here, and compounding frequency per year, and t here time in year. Okay, you understand these concepts? Okay, now we talk about frequency matters. Okay, so because frequency is most important thing here, because simple interest and compound interest, main difference is about frequency. If you are not your money, if you are no, if you have not any kind of frequency in years of time, okay, that time you never consider compound interest. So here frequency matter is very important here. So interest compound faster with more frequent compounding periods. Okay, like years, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. But monthly compounding beats annual compounding every time. Okay, because monthly annual compounding is 4 month per month, and here monthly compounding is 12 month. Okay, so monthly compounding beats, always beats, okay, annual compounding every time. Now you understand, because in monthly compounding always change compounding rate, and interest will on interest, and each and every time change when your month will change. Okay, okay, so when your month change, okay, then your compound interest will also change, because it is monthly compounding. When your annual compounding, your interest only frequent on 1 year time. 1 year time is 12 month. But if you are monthly compounding, okay, your interest rate and your frequency will always change in 1 month, okay, or next month. You understand? So I think, let's understand this example. Example is, you have $2,000 at 5% compound monthly for 2 years, grows 2200 would you 2200 $2,209. Okay, but that's only $209.88 in pure compound interest. Okay, so you understand this concept. This concept is mostly work when you understand your compound interest. Okay, so you can easily grow your money using compound interest. Okay, now let's see the power of time. Any doubling example. Okay, power of time, because because this all of game is about time. If you have time, and if you skip period of time like years and 10 years, like, okay, so here let's understand this concept. One day start with $0.01, and 10 day grows $5.12, and in 20 days here it will be $5,242.88. Okay, and in 30 days explodes to 500. You can easily get this kind of amount. Okay, so now you understand, one day start with $0.01, and in 10 days $5.12, and in 20 days 5,242.88, and in 30 days you get this kind of amount. Okay, it is completely magic of compound interest. Okay, here this dramatic example shows exponential growth in action while doubling daily isn't realistic. Okay, the principle remains early and consistent. Interesting lads, compound interest solo wealth. Now I want to talk about why compound interest matters for you. Okay, because you have here most of time you have to understand compounding, you have to understand the compounding interest power. Okay, you have to understand the compounding magic. Okay, so why is it matter? So here some important concept. First, start early for maximum impact. Okay, like your habit, like your reading, like your whatever you want. Okay, you start when early with for maximum impact. Okay, time is your greatest ally. Okay, every year you wait cost, you thousands of potential compound growth, and the earlier you start and more time your money has to multiply. Next, compound always wins over time. Okay, if you have time, your compound always wins. Okay, so while simple interest grows predictably, compound interest accelerate and eventually dominate. Long-term thinking transforms modest contribution into substantial wealth. Small amount creates big results. Why? Compound interest. Okay, so here don't wait for large sum to start investing. Even $25 monthly compounded over decades can grow into impressive amounts through the power of consistent compound growth. You understand? These are most important points here. I think you understand how it matters and how it work. Okay, start early for maximum impact, and compound always wins over time. Okay, and small amounts create big results. Reason why? Compound interest. Okay, so interest on interest is our best friend in building wealth. Guys, you understand? If you have a money, if you have some of money, okay, so you understand you have to invest your money because compounding always work. Okay, so I think you guys you understand. If you have doubt any kind of related this video, you can ask me in the comment box. I will give you reply definitely. So see you in the next video very soon.